Thursdays for the homies. We don't know what we're calling this yet, but we'll call it something eventually. But we just want to talk about stuff.
Thursdays.
We want to talk about things on Thursdays. So in today's news, we live in San Antonio, and our Comic-Con, our what is it? What's it called?
FanFest? Is it FanFest?
I don't know. Our fan fest got canceled due to COVID stuff.
Yeah, we were supposed to have Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen pretty much headline the whole festival, the whole con. And because of spike in COVID recently, their reps got in contact with the con and said they're backing out last minute.
Started backing out.
Yeah.
So today we're looking for Pokemon cards. We went all over San Antonio, and we decided to search on the last week of the month, which is not the best time to look for Pokemon cards. Jesus was talking like, was it worth canceling? Was it worth canceling? Would you have canceled it if that was the case?
That's what I was thinking about. Ewan McGregor is pretty big as an actor, but I don't think he has that kind of star power where he can headline a whole con.
And just shut it all
I mean,
down?
obviously he was, but
Yeah.
to cancel it because he doesn't show up, there were still 40 other celebrities going.
That's true. And then I guess you got to think about, is it because he canceled, or is it just the whole protocol thing?
The whole aspect, COVID aside, I don't think the con should have been canceled.
Oh yeah.
But
true.
because of COVID rising and them canceling out, then yes, I see why they canceled.
Yeah. And this was gonna be. He doesn't do cons, right? So this was gonna be his.
This was going to be his first one, so it'd have been embarrassing.
Oof. Yeah.
He goes to his first con and he catches COVID in San Antonio.
Yeah. So I saw it or put that. I was like, that would have been true. Like, we would have had like a mark on our city. Like you said, I don't think it would have been worth canceling. I wonder how much money is lost. That's a lot of money.
I mean, and it's just not the actors; it's also vendors that were going to be posted up selling
True.
their stuff that they're not gonna. That's money they're not gonna count on now.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
And I don't know how that's gonna work for them because I know they got to put up, pay for their spot. So I don't know if they're getting refunded that too.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would imagine they would, because that's not only money that they're putting in as an investment to make money, but like, I mean, if you're losing that money, that's just like
That I don't know how it works. I don't know how how the vendors. I don't know if it's a non-refundable.
Oh yeah.
Like deposit to hold your spot.
That is true. Yeah, because
I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I would assume they would get a refund back
Yeah.
since the con didn't even happen. But now that this one got canceled, it also got me thinking. There's a couple of other cons that were going to happen later on this year. So if COVID cases continue to rise, we can expect to see other cons continue to cancel, or other celebrities starting to back out.
yeah, that is true.
So yeah, it looks like the next con that was going to happen after this one, Celebrity Fan Fest, was going to be Big Texas Comic Con at was it the convention center downtown?
Henry B.
Henry B.
Oh man.
They had already had some movie stars, like Richard Brake, the guy that played the Snow King. He was going to be there.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was a couple of the minor ones that they were announcing. So, and a couple of stars from that show. The one that spin off from Motorcycle Gang.
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, the one that got spin off.
Oh, the spinoff. I don't know what the spinoff is. I don't watch that.
I should know this because I watch it.
You watch it?
Yeah. But some of the movie stars or actors were going to be there. So,
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if they're going to start.
They're
going to keep a close eye on how much of a spike it starts going over.
That kind of sucks. I've been wanting to go to a con. I want to get another lightsaber actually from Saber.
Ultra Sabers?
No.
Saber Forge?
Is it Saber Forge? Where did I get mine from?
Ultra Sabers.
Ultra Sabers?
Yeah.
No way. That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Complete. Why did I forget? I used to have a shirt.
Complete disclaimer here. We didn't realize that Ultra Sabers was that one child that the Star Wars fan community doesn't want to recognize. So I know them. Ultra Sabers gets made fun of because they have like the big fat
the hilts.
They're
But
like
they're nice, dude. And
yeah, I know.
like mine.
If you're from the San Antonio area, I would recommend Texas Custom Sabers.
Oh yeah, but those
they
are
make some
pricey.
They make
They're
some
nice,
really
though.
nice lightsabers.
They're really, really nice sabers.
You gotta be ready to spend money though.
Yeah, eventually I'll get there. I think I only dished out like 130 on mine, but I'm totally cool with that. That's when we went to the Dallas Comic Con to check that out. But man, and that kind of sucks. The whole thing with the Fan Fest being canceled is that we haven't had big names like that in
a while.
Yeah, I think the last time we really had big names, I don't know what year it was, but it was the cast of Stranger Things. Yeah,
that was when it was before it split off, right?
Oh, that was in Alamo City
Comic Con. That's when it was Alamos. It was the only con here in San Antonio. Was Alamo City Comic Con. I don't know what the whole drama was between whoever they split off, and Alamo City Comic Con is no longer existing because now it's Celebrity Fan Fest and Big Texas Comic Con, and I think there's another one. I can't remember right off the top of my head. I think there's another con here in San Antonio, but that's when Alamo City Con was still a thing. We had the cast of Stranger Things.
There's it was a big deal. I remember going to the auditorium and then they had the panel where they were talking. I think they had everybody there. They had everybody there except for the one that came out in It.
Oh.
The one with the meme where he's like all like
yeah, I don't know their names by heart.
Me neither, yeah.
I know we went to their panel. It was pretty cool.
It was cool. So this is, I don't know, I hope cons kick up because those are very fun. Not even just like the cosplay. We'll cosplay once in a while. We'll cosplay, I don't know,
suck.
We'll cosplay, me and my wife and some friends will cosplay once in a while, but even at that, it's just fun. It's just fun to see other people cosplay and then like all the vendors there and the collectibles and all that stuff. That's always cool. Earlier this week, I was able to get a couple of booster packs. I'm trying to get back into it. I'm about the
you scalpers are making it hard for us.
Yeah, so quit buying them all in bulk.
Like you mentioned earlier, we were on the hunt for Pokemon cards. We just wanted to buy booster packs. Everywhere we went, they were sold out.
Everywhere. We went to
Walmart, Walgreens, Best Buy. I didn't even know Best Buy sold Pokemon cards.
Yeah, we went to Sam's. I mean, that was a shot in the dark, but we tried. CVS. Yeah. We went
everywhere.
A lot of Alien World.
Yeah. We went to Alien Worlds, and of course they definitely have cards there, but they're they're rare ones.
Yes.
If you don't want to drop money like that right now.
Oh yeah. Do you have your card, or is it in your?
No, I put it away.
You put it away.
But I did find a card that I was been looking for a while. If you know the Southern Islands set, that Mew card, they got it there for a pretty nice price. I took that home.
Yeah, so you took one. I scraped up my old Pokemon cards, and there's a story to that which I'll save for another day. But it's a horrible story. It's a nightmare story. No, but so whatever's left of my Pokemon collection from when I was a kid, I have a lot of base set, I have a lot of fossil, and a lot of jungle. I'm trying to get the original 150 Pokemon, the ones that came out, so like the first ones that came. So I know they have a Pikachu jungle and also a base Pikachu. I would go with the base Pikachu. So I'm trying to get the 150. I don't know, I may have like 70 of them, which is most of the work. I mean, it's still salvageable. And then I want to be able to put all 150. Of course, I'm missing quite a bit of holographics. Stupid story, but whatever. I'm opening these because I do want to get back into it. And there's a lot of cool cards out now. But it's also fun, like watching people open them. I was like, wow, like it gets you excited, to do it again. This dude's been in the game longer than I have, and of course he did his stuff year. When did you start getting back into it? Like what year? Or like how many years ago?
5 years ago, 4 years ago, I started again. Started hitting up people on Craigslist. That's how I got my Shining Charizard.
Really?
On Craigslist.
Dang. They had them on Craigslist back then too?
Yeah. I was just searching everywhere where I can find like Facebook groups and all this stuff. Just trying to see what I can find. This one dude was selling a Shining Charizard. It was pretty good condition. He was selling for $100. I was like, back then, it wasn't like it is now. Prices are skyrocketing like crazy because of everything's been going on.
Yeah.
But back then, even then, that was still pretty pricey. But I found it to be still within the worth it realm for me. And we met up at South Park Mall at the food court. He's like, "Yeah, this is the car." I was like, "Dope, I'll take it."
And you got it?
Yeah.
What do you think that thing's worth now? It's probably at least doubled, right? Or maybe a little.
I don't know, man. Because the prices have been fluctuating. I know some of them have been dropping, sure. The old school ones. Yes. Things are kind of calming down. But last I saw the car for $1,200, ungraded.
Ungraded for $1,200.
Yeah, graded. I don't know.
I was on double. It's $200 now, right? Dang.
So for $100, but see. I like that they're worth that much and stuff, but I don't think I would sell my cards. I'm definitely in the cards because I like collecting them. I like them.
Yeah, that makes sense. See, the thing that's tough with me is that I'm going for the original 150 because that's what I grew up with. That's what I loved. That's what I had collected. I guess, well, most of them. There's some base that I was missing, but so I want to be able to replenish my set, put it together, and frame it or something. And have it up. You know, I want to be able to look at those cards. The reason I'm getting it back into it, I'm kind of riding that wave that's coming back in, but not even. Actually, no, not even like that. It's just that it's fun. It's exciting opening packs, and you know, if we do have a convention or something, or like not a convention, like a meetup, I would want to sell some of my newer stuff for like some older stuff, and I just, you know, they're kind of like bartering tokens as well.
Too, like a lot of the cards. I don't have any in my collection, but some of those crystal Pokemon cards, they're really nice. Like that Nidoking's dope. And Nidoking's not my favorite Pokemon by any means, but that card looks so dope. And that Crystal Lugia is also pretty nice. Dude, those cards are nice, but the prices on those right now are insane. Just ungraded, they're starting at least $700.
Dang.
I don't think I would.
I'm kind of glad that these things are going down.
The way my bank account is set up.
It's not. Yeah, no shit. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, there is some new artwork that I see, and I'm kind of like, oh, nice. Like, also, I'm not crazy about the new. Well, I wasn't crazy about the newer Pokemon because I mean, like we've talked before, I played Silver. You know, I played the first two regions. I went away when it was Black and White. Black and what's the other one? The ones that they're remaking for the Switch.
The Sinnoh region.
Yeah. I'll fucking look up this shit.
I remember I definitely played the first generation, like Yellow, Red and Blue. Of course, Silver and Crystal and Gold. When Emerald and Sapphire, that generation came out, I had stopped playing them for a very long time. I didn't come back until, you know, Crystal and Diamond version came out.
See, and even when those came out, I was kind of already.
And when those came out, I got back into it, and I got back into, you know, Sapphire and Emerald version, and I went and bought the Game Boy games at that time, because at that time the Game Boy games weren't expensive like they are now.
No, oh my gosh,
they were somewhat inflated, like $30, $20. Even back then, that was expensive. But now I see them for like $100, $200.
They're going. Man, I lent my niece and nephew. It was actually Arthur's. I lent them No, it was a Heart Gold.
Heart Gold.
And I was like, where is it? And they're like, I think my mom has it. I was like, no, first off, that's not mine. Second off, I was like, man, dude, I love those games, dude.
Yeah. Heart Gold and Soul Silver are some of the better remakes.
Yeah.
I have my Heart Gold at home. I just saw it this morning too. I haven't played it in a while, but Johto region is cool. So I have the regions up. Yeah. So Kanto for sure. Now I remember when I got the game, I had it blue, but I was like second grade or something like that, and like I was like, man, this is a lot of reading, and so I returned it and got something stupid. But Kanto region I followed a lot with the cards and of course the anime. Johto, I got in. That's when I started picking up the game like a lot, and that I had silver version.
Yeah, and then Sinnoh I didn't get into until they redid it for the 3DS when they had it with Ruby,
Omega
Ruby, and
Alpha Sapphire.
Yeah,
those ones were also really dope.
Nice. Those were really.
I remember
good.
You can catch every legendary at that point in that game.
Yeah, after the end game, yes. Dude, you go to like these little portals and you catch them, and that's what I thought it was
all
like.
the special events like the Hoopa and all of that. Mm-hmm. They were dope. That was a good game too for the 3DS. I still have mine.
The Hoenn, the Unova, I guess that's what you say. I didn't get into those. Not even Kalos. That one's with with Greninja and
I got into that one.
See, I didn't. I don't know. I mean, I was a musician, right? So that's where all my money went, was like music stuff or whatever. And then Alola is when I started getting back into it a little bit, because that's when they came out with Sun and Moon, and we all bought it, right? Yeah.
That was when I was trying to be competitive, but it's just like these guys online, dude.
Oh. Well, you had a squad with, I think it was your Sapphire. I mean your Omega Ruby or whatever. Was it Omega Ruby?
Yeah.
And Alpha Sapphire. Yeah, no, dude, that squad that you had, I remember battling you, and I could only be your second squad. Dude, that was tough. The Alola, I don't know, man. I liked the game, but I couldn't, like, it's kind of all over the place. I didn't care for the game or the region.
The one where the islands? The new one? Where those, based off the Hawaiian Islands, I think it was. Yeah, I don't even think I finished it, dude.
Dude, I don't think I did either. Like, I picked it up, I was like, all right, cool, and I kept going at it, and I just got bored of it.
To catch these different Pokemon and build my squad, so my squad didn't end up getting leveled up enough to the point where I think it's the second time you fight your nemesis in the game. I think it's the second point.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You fight him first, and then you fight Ash or Red or whatever his name is again in the game.
See, I hadn't even got to that. I didn't even get to.
I got to that point, and he would destroy me,
dude.
And then it just kind of like at that point, I kind of just set it down. I never picked it back up again.
Yeah, I don't. Let me.
That was the one with the Lion game, right? Sun and Moon.
It was Sun and Moon, and then of course the Galar region, the recent one that came out. I finished that game. I went through it. I thought it was great. I'm not sure if it was just because it was on the Switch and it was a little bit more bearable, but I liked it. I like what they tried to do with it, but I mean, now that I've played those games, I'm kind of like more familiar with these Pokemon. So like opening these packs, I'm like, okay, cool. I know who this is. I've caught this one, or like blah blah blah. So it's a lot easier for me to get into the card game now that I played these past two generations of Pokemon. So
I'm definitely excited for the new remix though,
because
when that game introduced Arceus, and I remember. It was a special event.
Right.
If I remember correctly, I don't think it was ever released. You had to get a special flute. It was called the Azure flute.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you had to go to a certain place and play it. And the stairs would open up from the sky. And I think you would go and try to catch Arceus. But it was only a special event Pokemon. And that event never got released officially here in the States. I think it was just released in Japan. Japan always gets the cool stuff.
Dude.